Good morning. Welcome to Faith in the Morning. Something good is going to happen to you today. So expect miracles. Thank you for joining me. Faith in the Morning exists to help you start your day with faith and encouragement, and that's exactly what's going to happen. We're going through our No Longer Mere Mortal May challenge, which means every day you want to pray the Ephesians 1 prayer for yourself and your sphere of influence. Number 2, read a chapter of Proverbs a day. And number 3, take time every single day, and I mean every single day this month, and invest in your calling. You may have 5 minutes today, 20 minutes tomorrow, an hour the day after that. But the point is, take time every single day to further the call of God upon your life. It may be filling out that application, filling out some paperwork for the business you're supposed to start, doing some research, doing some study, learning a new language, whatever it is. Make sure you're taking time every single day to do that. You know, in the last few Faith in the Mornings, we've been going through the first few chapters of Proverbs. So let's pick up on Proverbs chapter 3. We did verse 5 before. It says, trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not to your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your paths. Verse 7, do not be wise in your own eyes. Fear the Lord and depart from evil. It will be health to your flesh and strength to your bones. Verse 7 is so key because it's such a convicting statement for how we live in today's culture. Do not be wise in your own eyes. You know, it says later in Proverbs twice, there's a way that seems right unto a man, but it leads to death. You know, there's ways that you think are right, that you think are good. You could have learned them at school. You could have learned them from your family. You could have learned them from pop culture. There's many different ways you could have learned. But the thing is it the way you are supposed to live? Not how everybody else is living. How has God called you to live? Are you living according to the word of God? Are you living according to the wisdom of God? Because what happens is you'll become wise in your own eyes and you'll say no to the wisdom of God. Don't say no to the wisdom of God. Now, I remember not even a year ago, a few months ago, my 6-year-old, who was 5 then, was doing chapel for her school, and she was sharing on wisdom. She said, ask God for wisdom. And when he gives you wisdom, don't tell him no. And, that's such a profound statement, not just for a 5-year-old to make, but for all of us. We talked about earlier how to ask God for wisdom, how to receive God's wisdom. But you know what? We don't need to tell God no once he gives us the wisdom. Because sometimes the wisdom will correct us. Like we saw in Proverbs chapter 1, it'll step on our toes. It will convict us. It'll tell us that we need to live differently. And when we're corrected by wisdom, we need to do what Proverbs chapter 1 says. We need to turn at that reproof, turn at the rebuke, turn at the correction. Because when we do, we'll receive more wisdom. We'll understand the words of wisdom and we'll become wise and dwell securely. So I encourage you today, don't be wise in your own eyes. Increase in the wisdom of God. And you know what? You'll live the supernatural life God has for you, and you'll experience the benefits of wisdom. Remember, something good is going to happen to you today. Expect miracles. If you haven't already, subscribe to us on our Faith Christian Center YouTube channel or the Kerrick Butler YouTube channel. Subscribe to the Faith in the Morning podcast on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. And if you want to receive encouraging texts this month in our No Longer Mere Mortal May challenge, we're not going to text you every day, but we'll text you different times during this month. If you want to receive those texts, text INVEST to 770-756-8539. That's text INVEST to 770-756-8539. Remember, don't be wise in your own eyes. Fear the Lord. That means reverence God, respect God, and turn from evil. Have a great day. God bless.